Bro, did you see the first 5 minutes of Gate Season 2, Episode 1? Oh shit. I was not ready for this. I get home, I'm all excited to watch Gate Season 2, Episode 1. I'm ready to watch one of my favorite shows. And then I start watching hentai. I honestly thought I was watching hentai. I'm like, I had to go back to the beginning of the episode and I had to make sure, am I watching Gate or am I watching like a hentai parody of Gate? But no, this is Gate, Season 2, Episode 1. The first 5 minutes, you got a rape scene. You got this new character, Zolzal. I can't even pronounce his name. Zolzal, this blondie guy, and he is raping this bunny girl. And she's not just any bunny girl, she's the chief of the bunnies. And he's like smacking her ass and beating her and raping her, and just all beat up and has blood. And oh man, I felt really bad watching that scene. Like, what a great introduction. And I'm not saying it's great because there's rape. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not condoning rape. What I'm saying is that this season starts off with something that is never done before. Completely shocks you. It makes you go, WTF. So A1 Pictures, wow, you shocked me, bro. All right, let's talk about this episode because in my opinion, this episode was done so well. It was so well thought out and carefully made so that it's gonna impact the rest of the season. And this is how you do a comeback episode. You have a season 2. This is how you do a masterpiece, a 10 out of 10 episode. Oh, I can't praise this episode enough. First of all, you have the introduction of a new villain, Zolzar, and besides the fact that you have this rape scene, you learn more about this guy. Like, he's a big asshole. You don't like this guy at all right? So now you have this new villain, new character. Moving on, you have politics. It goes off to this political situation where there are senators in the empire who want to rebel against the emperor, and they are meeting with the Japanese and the secret meeting that nobody's supposed to know about, but apparently, obviously, the government finds out. So you have that side of politics. And then when you go to where Izumi is and our characters and the senators, you have something really, really cool, all right? So, and this is so well thought out. The Japanese invite the senators over and, let me show you some of the weapons we have. Let me do a little show for you, some friendly competition, friendly power. But that wasn't the purpose of that. The Japanese were showing their military power to scare the people living there, the senators. And the faces on those senators, they looked like they were about to shit themselves. They were like, so what a master plan from the Japanese. And it was funny that one of the senators was like, all right, stop with the chit chat, stop with the fooling around, you're here for business, tell me what you want. And then the Japanese guy was like, all right, this is what I want. Like, he knew all along, this is what he was expecting. The Japanese were amazing, like showing their military power. Great. Then you have Zolzar coming in. He's snooping around, checking everything out, and doesn't find anything out of the ordinary besides some amazing food, and goes back home. Then you have this action scene. Here's where the fan service comes. All right, so yeah, the story is moving along pretty well, but then they don't forget about the fan service. So there's this flashback of these gangs that were invading these towns, and the Japanese completely destroyed them, man, just like shooting all of them down. This epic action scene, so epic, so amazing. So that's where the fan service comes in. And when I say fan service, it doesn't always mean girls and boobs and ass. That's not what fan service always means. This fan service is the fan service that we all want from Gate, which is the Japanese kicking the ass of all these people with our military might, our power. Crazy. Because you always imagine what would happen if you take a tank to an arrow fight, okay? Or you take a machine gun to a sword fight. And this anime completely answers all those questions. You get total rape and murder. Like, it's just ridiculous, the amount of firepower we have. But then you have something interesting. Remember that girl, that character who came to visit the Japanese because she needs their help in destroying this dragon. We learn that she might be doing something bad in the next few episodes. It seems the way they framed her and what she was saying is that she might be willing to kidnap somebody that Izumi really cares for so that she can get him to do what she wants. And I was not expecting that from this character. I didn't realize that she was gonna go this far to get help. So you're answering questions, A1 Pictures, and then you're bringing in politics, fan service, and now you have this character who might have a special motive and might be doing something really bad to our characters. So, I mean, and then there's that. On top of that, you have this freaking earthquake that's coming. Like, how many plot holes can you put in here? And obviously all these plot holes are gonna get solved, but it's just really incredible how they were able to layer all these elements into one episode. So, and the crazy thing about this is that you don't know what's gonna be answered in the next episode, because there were so many plot elements layered here that it can go either way, which means we can't truly predict what's gonna happen in episode 14. Which, I mean, obviously the earthquake is coming, that's immediate. But all these elements into, just amazing job A1 Pictures. You were really good in this episode, the way you craft this episode. Directors, writers, wow. We didn't see too much of Rory and our female protagonist. We didn't see too much. Towards the end, there was a little bit snippet of them, but they really wanted to focus in this episode, which is great. It's nice to see other characters get the spotlight. That's really good to see. Besides that, going through some of the pictures, one of the things that I found interesting was that they were actually conducting a report on sexually transmitted diseases in the special region. And you have the whore who comes in, and this is like comedic moments. She's like, I'm a whore. Like, I am a whore and I need this drug so I can get more dick and get more customers. And then on the table, you have the special report on sexually transmitted diseases. So it is interesting that this show is going so far as to go into the consequences of sexually transmitted diseases in the special region. But not just going back to Japan, but it's actually the other way around. Maybe the Japanese bringing sexually transmitted diseases to the region, which can cause massive death. All right, and they don't want to do that, which is why the soldiers are so adamant about having sex with all these hookers and do like they don't do that. They're like specially trained. They're not gonna have sex with them. So that was just amazing that they went that far to think so detailed, which really impressed me. It really did. Besides that, honestly, I can keep going more into this episode, but overall, this was a definite 10 out of 10. Not just because the fan service or amazing animation, but also because the plot layers that they installed in this episode, it can go so far into the season that it just hypes me up and gets me really excited for the season. They had one season to kind of craft things around, play with things, and I really hope that A1 Pictures, with that season of experience with Gate season 1, they can turn around and make season 2 even better, okay? Because honestly, Gate season 1, towards the end, it was kind of losing its momentum. It lost some of its viewers. People were feeling like, oh, the show is not as exciting as it used to be. So I really hope that this first episode is a great omen and great foreshadowing as to how the rest of the season is gonna play out. I'm hoping that it stays epic. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with my comments. Do you think that this was a great comeback episode? This is obviously, there's other shows that A1 Pictures is doing this season that I'm definitely gonna talk about right now because it's freaking incredible. But for Gate, this was amazing. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bando-san. Saw me? Holla about fuck me. No, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Now I'm in the